Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out in Euro News. Deadly painkiller drug fentanyl is growing market in Europe. So they're battling their own demons with drug addiction over in Europe, just like the United States. The drug used to treat cancer pain is being increasingly used recreationally and is blamed for a rise in overdose deaths in Europe. Europe has a growing market for the opioid painkillers that have caused a deadly drug plague in the US. It's been blamed. Painkillers including fentanyl, which crime agencies Europol says is driving an increase in the number of deaths from drug overdoses on the continent. According to Europol, 84,000 8,441 died from a drug overdose in 2015, the latest year for which figures are available, up by more than 1,000 2 years earlier. News comes as Brussels announced on Tuesday that it wants to ban three new opioids that are related to fentanyl. Fentanyl is used to treat cancer pain, but legal supplies are being diverted to the black market as substitutes for heroin, says the law enforcement agency. There have been 24 different types of fentanyl found on European drug markets over the last 5 years, with 14 of them discovered since January 2016. And you can see how their deaths are increasing, just like here in the United States. Yep. How dangerous is fentanyl? Fentanyl is up to 100 times more powerful than morphine, according to the US based National Institute on Drug Abuse. A small number of fentanyls are widely used as medicine for pain relief. Okay, and we know that due to their psychoactive effects, such as causing euphoria. They are also used as a replacement for heroin. Typically, use of very small amounts of fentanyls can quickly poison an individual by causing depression of the respiratory and central nervous system. Left untreated, poisoning may cause death. What is happening in the US? Latest figures show US drug overdose deaths from fentanyl and other synthetic opioids hit 20,145 in 2016, double that number from a year earlier. Trump has called the US opioid abuse problem a public health emergency. The DEA has published a brief calling fentanyl a global threat and said the number of forensic tests for the drug leapt from just 934 in 2013 to 13,002 2 years earlier. Illicitly manufactured fentanyl is now a major driver of opioid overdose deaths in multiple states, with a variety of fentanyl analogs increasingly involved, if not solely implicated in these deaths. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reported fentanyl was involved in more than 50% of the opioid overdose deaths and more than 50% of death testing positive for fentanyl and fentanyl analog also tested positive for other illicit drugs, it added. Where is it worse in Europe? Overdose deaths from all opioids, not just fentanyl, hit 2,304 in the UK, the highest number in Europe. The data published by European Monitoring Center for Drugs and Drug Addiction shows the UK level in 2014 was more than double that of the next biggest country, Germany, which had 798 fatalities. But EMCDDA say drug overdose deaths could be much higher because of systematic underreporting in some countries. Oh, they do that over here. They do that in the US too. So in Europe, in the US, and Canada, everybody is undercounting their drug overdose deaths, everybody. The agency, in a report published this month, says UK had 60 deaths from fentanyl between November 2016 and August 2017. So you can add the European continent to the list of places that are having an opioid plague. Please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit on that notification bell. And also come and join me on Black Junction, ladies and gentlemen. Peace, family.